Hello, and welcome back to Daily Update, my 1000 Days Challenge. This is day 410, so let's get things started. All right, so firstly, you see the balance remain the same, but actually I've taken a loss in terms of Bitcoin because it spiked towards the upside, so it triggered the stop loss happening for that. Otherwise, I'll update this in terms of experimental setup today it is. And in terms of the US market itself, right now I still see them as being overextended, even though we have retraced a little bit. So I will still stick to dollar cost averaging in on a monthly basis. Thing to be much of a concern about. And if we look in terms of the China market, ASHR and KWEB itself, I would say definitely, like what I mentioned, there's definitely in the area of value, but I do see some sort of short-term resistance for the ASHR itself. We are seeing a short-term resistance at the 200-day exponential moving average. And on KWEB itself, we face some rejection, and then we are now below the 20-day exponential moving average, which is somewhat a bearish sign. But of course, the good thing is there's a lack of volume. So I do see a potential bounce or consolidation in that zone, not necessarily a bad or bearish sign in that sense. So with that said, one last thing to mention is that for Bitcoin, even though there's a potential golden cross happening for the daily chart itself, if you look historically in terms of Bitcoin itself, golden cross or death cross does not necessarily has a very strong impact in terms of the action thereafter for a sustained period. So yes, it could continue to go up a little bit or even go down a little bit, but the action from then on is not as significant as what people will be trying to convince you about. And yeah, so in that case, I've end of today, I'll still sit on the forward chart. We link to a little bit of bearish bias, but I don't see a nice setup just yet. So I'll be stepping out of the market in terms of forward chart based on price action just now. So yeah, that's it. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.